Alright, The Frozen Ground. Now, this film was actually supposed to come out last November, and it got delayed till August 2013. Not the best sign. So I was looking forward to this movie for quite a while, mainly for the cast, but approaching this movie today, I kind of felt lukewarm about it. Cindy Paulson is a teenage prostitute and the only known victim of serial killer Robert Hansen to escape. He murdered and raped something like 17 to 21 women, and there was more even uncovered after that. And Nicolas Cage plays the Alaska State Trooper who partners with her, or attempts to bring this murderer to justice. Now you have some good actors in there. You have Nicolas Cage, you have Vanessa Hudgens, you have John Cusack, you even have a bunch of other people in there. I'm not going to get to everybody, but just some names. Dean Norris, Kevin Dunn, Radha Mitchell. 50 Cent is in the movie for some reason. So, of course, this movie is based on true events, and it's trying to turn that premise into a thriller. Unfortunately, The Frozen Ground treads familiar ground. It tries not even just to be something different, it just tries to be the same type of thriller that we're used to seeing, and it fails. It's a dull, ugly-looking film, and it's just kind of boring because it just feels like the same thing done 100 times over, but weaker. It has a confused and cliched script. It's filmed horribly. Yeah, even in scenes where they're just talking, just dialogue, the camera is shaking and it just becomes frustrating. The editing is weak, it's kind of choppy, and it's missing atmosphere. It takes place in Alaska. Make me feel like I'm in Alaska. They had an opportunity to make it, you know, like an isolated, cold, treacherous, like just dangerous looking. I don't know, they could have made it so much better than they did. The direction is just not there. The whole film feels rushed. There are moments that are dark and disturbing. This is a dark film, but the impact of those scenes is diminished by the constant score and the jarring editing. Nicolas Cage and Vanessa Hudgens save this film from being unwatchable. Vanessa Hudgens actually gives a pretty good performance. Unfortunately, like a lot of characters in the movie, you don't get much depth, and it just feels been there, done that, and that damn ADD camera work takes away from the performance. Nicolas Cage has had a lot of stinkers and paycheck roles in recent years, but he actually surprised me. He turns in a pretty solid performance. He's been doing so many movies that feel just direct-to-DVD trash, so that was obviously a red flag coming into this movie, but he does a good job in the movie. He's actually kind of restrained and more serious, and he plays it straight. Unfortunately, the script doesn't demand that much from him, and he is kind of one note, but again, I think that's less his fault and more just the directing and the writing. That's the main areas where this movie suffers. And I have to say, he really doesn't have any chemistry with any of the other characters in the movie, including Hudgens. There are scenes between him and his wife, played by Radha Mitchell, that served no purpose. Like, they could have been completely cut out. Like, they just come and go. John Cusack for me was kind of a disappointment. I was actually kind of intrigued by the idea of him playing a serial killer because I haven't seen him in any dark roles, not me personally. He just kind of seems like he's going through the motions, like it's just a good enough performance, just passable to be believed. He felt too laid back in the role of a serial killer. This movie is based on true events, and it's unfortunately kind of narrow focused, which is fine, but they just could have done so much more with it. The movie's already kind of slow, but it could have been a slow burning, you know, engaging thriller with slow moving shots and great cinematography and atmosphere and better writing and directing, and maybe even acting on John Cusack's part. Unfortunately, it isn't that movie. It really has a direct-to-DVD feel about it. The Frozen Ground is a fairly competent thriller, but its half-baked script, devoid of drama and engaging characters, and bad camera work drag it down. It's a fair effort. You'll be slightly entertained, I'd say, but you won't remember it long after, so I'd just say catch it on TV. It was a little disappointing for me. Thank you for watching my review of The Frozen Ground. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stick around for more reviews coming your way, and check back to see what else we've done. Got some great stuff.